Hello YouTube, welcome out to another Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering draft. Our last draft was a pretty sweet blue-red deck with some really close, tight matches. I would hope for another deck that's just as good as this one, maybe with a better result. As a reminder, if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. Also like the video, appreciate everyone who's been leaving comments down below, who's been enjoying these Final Fantasy draft VODs. Man, this has been a good set. Really good set to draft. And not just the flavor of Final Fantasy, just like mechanically, it's actually really good. So, let's see what our opening rare is. Not really hoping for anything, to be honest. Just, I'm kind of happy playing any of the colors. But also want my favorites, like Zenos. Ooh, Zenos. Zenos is a good one. Hey, turns out in two-headed giant, Zenos Galvus is busted. Zenos, 3 black for 4/4. When Zenos enters, choose a creature an opponent controls. All other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And then when that chosen creature dies, Zenos transforms into Shin Ryu, an 8/8 flyer. So, you know, it's pretty good. Anything else in this pack that's exciting? There's Sleep Magic, Garland. I would try to take a first pick Garland and make the black-red Wizards thing works. There is also Choco Kick. I'd probably take Sleep Magic or Garland over that in a Crossroads Village. Some pretty mid things in the middle here, but easy Zenos. Juicy Zenos. That's going to be the name of this draft, if we get to play them. Pick 2. There's a second Sleep Magic. Only other black card is Vincent's Limit Break, which sucks. Side quest, raise a Chocobo. Side quest, play Blitzball. I don't like the Blitzball one. Raise a Chocobo. I think you gotta be pretty deep into it already rather than just trying to go for that. It probably is just Sleep Magic. Just a good, efficient blue removal spell. There's not a whole lot that can make Sleep Magic fall off. There's some, but not a whole lot. I am passing a Dragoon's Wyvern, so someone to my left could be considering playing blue. But it's just the best card here, so we'll take Sleep Magic. Dwarven Castle Guard's also solid. Slash of Light's fine. There is a Zidane, but I don't know if I would pick Zidane that early personally. Yeah, let's go sleep. Alright, next pack we got Crystal's Chosen. 5 white for a sorcery. Make 4 1/1 heroes and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So at bare minimum, for 7 mana, you get 4 2/2s. There's a Cargo Ship, Scorpion Sentinel, Black Mage's Rod, or a Demon Wall. I actually do like Vanille a lot. 3 and a green for a 3/2. When she enters, you mill 2, but then you can get any permanent from your graveyard back to your hand. So for 4 mana, you get a 3/2 that just gets you another card back. So that's just pure card advantage. I could see an argument where I could take Demon Wall, try to cut off black to play Zenos, but I think Vanille's a much better card than Demon Wall. That I'd rather make sure I take the Vanille here. So we'll do that. Pack 4, Wandering Minstrel. If I want to do the blue-green lands thing, 1/3 lands you control enter untapped. If you have 5 more towns at the beginning of combat, you make a 2/2 elemental. And then for 8 mana, including all the colors, other creatures you control get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of towns you control. I could try to aggressively go for this. I don't think so, because I don't really see any other blue here. There is a Reno and Rude, who is just kind of an okay aggressive black card. 1 black for 2/1 Menace. And then if they deal combat damage to a player, you can exile a top card of your library, and then you can sacrifice something in order to play that card, but you have to spend your own mana for it, so it's not like pure card advantage, but it's a 2/1 Menace for 2, and that can be fine enough. Going to pick 5. Okay. Evil Reawakened, Tifa's Limit Break, Malboro, Airship Crash, Bard's Bow, Crossroads Village. I've actually been quite enjoying the Malboro. 4 black for a 4/4. When it enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. And Swamp Cycles. This could be another good way to get us a little deeper into black to help us play Zenos. I don't mind Bard's Bow. It's not particularly exciting, but I haven't minded it just because, man, there's so much flyers between Dragoons, Wyverns, actual Dragoons, and Freya, another cheap flyers. Bard's Bow can just sometimes be exactly what you need. Pick 6. There's a Scorpion Sentinel, Shinra Reinforcements, Crossroads Village. It's all pretty close. Maybe we just go with the Shinra Reinforcements. Mill 3 cards and you gain 3 life. Yeah, if we end up deeper in green-black, that's what green-black wants to do. Not super convinced I want to go for the Sentinel this early on, because again, I don't really think blue is all that open. Let's try Shinra Reinforcements. Pick 7. Random Encounter is a bad card. Please stop playing it. Resentful Revelation, Gigantoad, and Precious Wanderings? I mean, Gigantoad is a creature, yes. I don't find it to be particularly exciting. That might be it, though. I mean, there is a Precious Wanderings, but I'm not looking to, like, splash anything yet. And, like, this is actually a decent combat trick and mana fixer. I'll take the Gigantoad. It's a dude. Perfectly fine. Pick 8. Another Resentful Revelation and another Gigantoad. I'm actually going to take the Gone Town of Ruin. Because it is a black-green land. And if black-green ends up being the colors we're trying to play here, just having this one town to help fix our mana, it will help significantly. I'd rather have my first Gone versus my second Gigantoad. And our wheels. Oh, wow. Ariman and Grand Pulse Ochu both wheeled. Plus a Crossroads Village for more mana fixing. But Grand Pulse Ochu. 1/1 Death Touch for 1. That's great. Perfect. Pick 10. Got side quest Raise a Chocobo. When it's 1 green, you make a Chocobo. And if you have 4 more Chocobos, you have Black Chocobo, which finds you a land. And whenever a land enters, all birds you control get +1/+0. I'm rather speculating to take the Guado Salam in case we end up splashing blue. Vanadil and Adventurers is basically unplayable, so we'll take Precious Wanderings. Commune with Beavers. Last couple picks, we'll take an Airship Crash for the sideboard and a Laughing Man at the end. Okay, so an okay-ish start. Not a whole lot of interaction at the moment, though. That's kind of the big thing we're missing. So going into Pack 2, pick 1, there's both a side quest and a Chocobo kick. I'd actually lean the Chocobo kick. It's cheaper than side quest Hunt the Mark. And with having like a Grand Pulse Ochu, that just death touches something and kills it. So I'd rather do that. And if we happen to see the other Malboro come around, cool. If side quest Hunt the Mark happens to come around, I'd be happy taking it. Since we have a blue-green land, I would love to see Sin, Spear as Punishment. Which I've yet to play. That would be fun. Yeah, I think we can Chocobo kick. Let's put our non-creature spells over here for a second. Still need some cheaper stuff in the 2-mana range for sure. The Gigantoad's also pretty replaceable. We do have Zenos, though. I mean, I guess that's that. Zenos is removal. For at least a couple things. Noctis, Prince of Lucis. 4/3 lifelink that lets you cast artifact spells from your graveyard. So not really a card for us. Not really trying to play artifacts. And we're not really trying to splash for that. I have yet to see like a cool white, blue, black deck with a bunch of artifacts that can play the Noctis. But that'd be neat. There's another Grand Pulse Ochu. There's the Namazu Trader, who is fine. I think I would rather have another Ochu. I needed some cheaper stuff. And some 1/1 Death Touch so that it can block anything I need to. Let's grab another one of those. Pick 3. Golbez. Again, not really something we're looking to splash. There is a Stuck in Summoner Sanctum there. That can be splashable. We do have a Guado Salam, Precious Wanderings. Like, if I want to make sure I have interaction, we can take that. Because one of my other options here, Bard's Bow, Commune with Beavers. I don't really like Cactuar that much, just because it keeps having to bounce away. Yeah, I'd rather take Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum as a potential splash color. Ooh! Bards and Boko. It's okay. Not really doing a whole lot of bird things to make that do that. However, Titan. 3 green for 7/7 trample. You mill 5 cards. Chapter 2, all those land cards come back. Chapter 3, give something +X and trample on their turn. Well, X is the number of lands you control. Now that is good. That is some power. And that is pick 4, which means 2 people to our left are not playing green. So Titan is a great grab here. Pick 5, there's another Chocobo kick. There's also a Trino Dark City, which I could get if I really want to make sure I can play Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. It doesn't seem like it's that important. I'd rather just have another Chocobo kick. A lot of red and white open, though. I don't think I like side quest Catch a Fish in general. I think it's kind of a bit too slow for any deck. And if you miss on it, it feels really bad. Choco, Seeker of Paradise. There's a Barton Boko and a Choco? That's loco. I don't have a way of splashing for white. But I would, if I was already green-blue enough and I had a way of making white work, I would play Choco because it is a 3/5 that draws you a card whenever it attacks. You know what? I might just take the rat. It is a 2/2 for 2. Sure. Tidus? Xanarkin Faith? Green and blue for a 1/3, and you can pay 4 mana, scry 1, then reveal the top card. If it's a land, put on the battlefield tapped, otherwise draw a card? I would splash blue for Tidus. Only other option I would maybe consider would be like Clash of the Icons, because it is a big ol' punch. But our only summon right now is Titan, so it gets a little weaker, especially since we have 2 Chocobo kicks. Let's try Tidus. I've yet to play this card. Pick 8, Fat Chocobo. Done. And on the wheel, Cactuar came around. Guess I'll put that in the sideboard. Pick 10. Galvus Final Act, which I don't think is that great. I'll put it in there for now, though, because it could be funny. I already have 1 Commune with Beavers, and I really don't love playing 2. So let's take the Bard's Bow. Side quest, raise a Chocobo or a Garnet. Guess side quest, raise a Chocobo. If only the Boko. Bart's Boko and Choco all came around. Oh, well. All right. That brings us to pack 3. Ooh. Ignis. Oh, well, no. Easy pick. There's both a Sephiroth's Intervention and an Overkill in here, and we need the Overkill. Between the two, if you're stuck between Overkill or Sephiroth's Intervention, Overkill is better. Period. I just feel like some people want to think Sephiroth's Intervention is better because it also gains you 2 life, but Overkill costing 3 mana versus 4 mana is a big difference. And then if they ever have an indestructible thing, Sephiroth can't kill it, Overkill does. Overkill is a better removal spell than Sephiroth's Intervention. I almost had to explain that to someone during my 2-headed giant event, and they kind of refused to listen, and I just let it go. Zodiac and Squall! 2 white black for a 3/4. Whenever a creature you own attacks alone, it gets double strike. And if whenever Squall deals combat damage, return a permanent from your graveyard with mana value 3 or less to the battlefield. It's also a Masamune. Oh man, I kind of want to try to splash for Squall. I'm going to take the T-Rex R. Just a 6/6 gain life trample. If I had better white fixing, I would consider Squall there. Ooh. Arden the Usurper. Genova. No one's taken Lightning Bolt. And another black-green land. Oh, man. I don't believe we can Arden. We're not ramping up hard enough to Arden. If I had like a bunch of Goobos, then yes. However, Genova is excellent. Wow, this is a pack. Yeah, we'll take Genova. Ardent's fun, though. There's another Grand Pulse Ochu. I'm happy with the Heck Dies, though. 1 black for a 1/1. Each opponent discards a card. That's the kind of stuff I'm into. Pick 5 Vivi? We're this deep in the pack and no one has chosen Vivi yet? I'm sad for Vivi. Sadly can't take it. There is an Omega. We do have 2 towns. I can... It's either that or another Malboro or another Commune with Beaver. I'm going to speculatively pick the other... Pick Omega, because if we get more towns, I would splash for Omega for sure. Second Squall, my god. And an X-Death. Heck Dies, Reno and Rouge, Sight Rat, Grand Pulse Ochu. Yeah, we'll do Hex Death. I don't have a whole lot of recursion from the graveyard outside of Vanille, which kind of sucks. Geishel Greens or the Demon Wall. I think we'd rather go the Demon Wall because we're trying to win with Zenos, Genova, and Titan. And this 3/3 wall is going to last us longer than Geishel Greens. Pick 8. There's another Gigantode. There's a green-red land. Anything else I'd play out of this? Maybe Heck Dies. Could play another Heck Dies over the Undercity Dire Rat. Because then these are also really good to sacrifice to Reno and Rude. Sure, we'll try that. Another blue-green land. Makes our fixing for Omega and Tidus that much better. Happy with that. Zodiark Wield. I'm just going to take that for gems and put it in the sideboard. Basically, Tidus is a late game 1/3 that we can pay mana and just have it draw us a card. Might grab the Ariman because we have 2 Heck Dies and being able to sacrifice stuff to draw a card, and he is another Death Touch flyer. Probably going to be more helpful than Tifa's Limit Break, a Black Mage, or Blitzball Shot. A Bard's Bow. I'll take a second Malboro. And one last Commune with Beavers. And another Persh's Wandering. Okay. Well, I'm not convinced on the Omega. We have 3 towns, so the cheapest this is going to cost is 5. More often than not, it's going to be 1. We can use Persh's Wandering to find 1 extra town, which is okay. Let's move all our non-creature spells over to the side here. The reason I do this is that it doesn't really... These don't factor into your mana curve because you're not... All your like non-creature spells, you're usually not casting like on that turn. You're casting those all later. Like Tidus isn't really a card can be like, oh, I'll play that on turn 2. I don't really have a lot of blue for it. He's really going to be like a 4 or 5 drop, so I'll move him over there. Let's see. Take out the Undercity Dire Rat, even though it could technically help us fix for Tidus or Omega or Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. But it's really not that helpful. Like, I think Gigantode is just super medium in this deck, so we're not really ramping out and getting the lands fast. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, our top end is Titan and Zenos. I don't think we need an Omega as well. Yeah, we'll take out Omega, just have a little bit less blue demand in the deck. It's going to help our mana curve a bit. Kind of wish I had a Fight On. Fight On would have been nice. Okay, we got Overkill, 2 Chocobo Kicks. We'll take out Galvus Final Act because it's stupid. And Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. So we really got... With Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, that's 4 interaction spells. Yeah, it's a little tough. Try getting away without the Bard's Bow. If they play a bunch of small flyers, our answer for that is Zenos. And honestly, I think Fat Chocobo can come out. Because Fat Chocobo is a really good aggressive card. And this deck isn't that aggressive. It's either I take out one Ochu, but I think I'd rather have an extra 1-drop over the Fat Chocobo. Yeah, we'll try that. I'm going to try keeping the Precious Wanderings. Because it does find us an island. And it's a combat trick. And then if anything gets milled or kills, we can use Vanille to get it back. Let's try that. So we got 7, 8 black sources, 5, 6, 7, 8 green, 2, 3, 4 blue. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Let's see if Tidus and Zenos can be homies. Man, I could see a world where Tidus gets cut as well. Because basically I'm just using him as a card draw engine for late game. I want to try him, basically. Alright, chat, you can Gamba. This deck will get 4 more wins, as it'll hop into the first match. We got a Kefka card? Hell yeah, brother. I only got 1 Kefka. Alright. We go first. Well, we got our 2 islands in the entire deck. They're both here, but we do have Gone, Town of Ruin, so we can at least play our green and black cards. Oh, Tidus! I'm gonna play Tidus, because if nothing else, the opponent might want to deal with him. You love this? I love this. Thank you, Theoreer, for the resub. By the way, YouTube comments. Let me know if the Twitch alerts are too annoying and I should turn those off, or if you haven't minded them.
Sweet.
Or they're sweet. Attack with Tidus, getting for 1. Get the Ahriman down. Keep applying a pressure at the opponent. Looks like they're blue-black. But Tidus is pay 4, scry 1 if it's a land. Goes on the battlefield, otherwise you draw it. So you can kind of ramp and draw cards. Neat. Quistis, with nothing to cast off of her, so she was just kind of a guy. Sure. Attack with the Ahriman, skin for 2. Just play the island. I'm going to leave up mana for activating Tidus, and if they play something worse, we can flash in Stuck in the Summoner Sanctum and trap it down. Chat, Quistis does not wear glasses when she's in her regular uniform. I swear to frickin' God. Y'all gonna drive me nuts. Alright, they just retrieved the Esper to make a Magitech Warrior, so let's Tidus! Alright, scry 1. Actually, you know what? Put that land out. Because if I draw, yeah, another land, I can cast Malboro. Attack with the Ahriman for 4. Malboro. Make him discard a card, lose 2 life, and exile 3 cards on the library. Is that 3 lands? Oh, 2 of them are plains. I hope they needed those plains. Oh, they just played an island, so they did not have another plains. Are they splash black? Maybe they're trying to do the blue, white, black artifacts thing into Quistis? Stuck in Summoner Sanctum on Ahriman. And I can't activate him anymore, right? Yeah, okay. Well, Ahriman down. Ooh. After combat, attack with Malboro. see if they want to trade here, because they can double block. Yep, and we'll kill the Magic Armor. Because post-combat, we can cast Vanille. And use that to get Malboro back. If they try to Syncopate, I've got the mana to pay for it. Oh, Wild Rose Rebellion to outright counter it. Okay, never mind. Alright, Demon Wall. Didn't play around the bonus sheet counterspell, Jared. That's my streamer. They could spend the 6 mana to make a 5/5 Magitek Armor. Oh, they're going to travel the overworld and just completely refresh their hand. Yikes, that is a lot of cards. Precious Wanderings, Commune with Beavers. I'm going to Commune with Beavers. Another Malboro and a land. Guess we'll take the other Malboro. And then I suppose, same plan, leave up Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum and or activate Tidus. Still no planes. I hope you have, this was the only 2 planes in your deck. Maybe you've got like a town somewhere and you can't get it. And you got like 3 dead cards in your hand, they're all white. Yep, make 5/5. They still have a stop with 1 mana up. Is that a fatal push? Alright, we'll activate Tidus. It's Titan, but I don't have a second green. Yeah, I think he's strong enough we still take him. And there's a Balam T-Rex R. Yeah. Not having a second green's rough. Well, we can still Malboro pretty freely here. Now they fatal push Tidus. That's fine, we got the value out of them. Drew extra cards, ramped up a bit. I don't want to 4-cycle the Balam T-Rex R if I can help it, because that's a buyout. Like, it's more like if you're on turn 2, you've got 2 lands, or you're missing a land drop. Then you can 4-cycle this in an emergency. I want to be able to play this. And I got Precious Wandering to find another forest in order to play it, so just making it go away doesn't seem great. Exiled Dreams of Laguna, Magic Damper, and a Swamp, and they discarded Orin's Inspiration. Yeah. And just Stone Cold nothing? Okay. They have all their mana open, so we're just going to pass back. This leaves up Precious Wanderings. Or activating Demon Wall, making it into a 5/5. And then it can start attacking. With potential additional activations. They're down to 14 cards left in their deck. At least one of the cards was dead. And all they did was cast Dreams of Laguna once, and they didn't flash it back? Even though they had the mana to? I don't know what's going on in their hand. Charlan! Blue-white land. Damn it! Maybe they're trying to... Maybe they're trying to wait for me to summon Titan or something, and they want to blast me for it. She'll attack for 5. So no blocks. I'm still at 20 life. Like, I can take a hit. Alright, we'll try activating Demon Wall. If they got something, force them to use it. And there we just got the other forest. Yep, combat. Attacking for 9. We have a Precious Wanderings combat trick and Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Don't think they can flash in something super threatening though. I mean, if they don't do something, I could activate Demon Wall again, and then they just die. But I'm going to assume they have something. Ice Magic to put it on the top or the bottom. Okay. Put it on the bottom is fine. They still have a stop with 3 mana up. Okay, they take 4. They'll land, summon Titan, and I still have mana for Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. They could have like a Swallowed by Leviathan counterspell. Alright, no 5 cards. Only hit 2 lands out of it. And Genova. That's okay. That digs us deeper to Zenos, X-Death, Overkill, my 2 Chocobo kicks. They have another white land! Insomnia! Oh my god, they are playing Noctis. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to their other costs. There are currently none artifacts there. So that is a 4/3 lifelink. They have 7 cards in the graveyard. I mean, this gets countered. This is getting countered. Rather get rid of their lifelinker. His ability doesn't seem all that relevant, but making sure that they can't lifelink does. Cool. Resolves. Knocked us down. They still have a stop. There's a Chocobo kick. Give me my lands. Yay. I can actually Chocobo kick. Hold on. Got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 mana. Oh, this is kind of funny. I can use Chocobo kick with the kicker. At Ahriman, Death Touch, the Robot Warrior, return one of those tapped forests, because I can replay the forest and then Balam T-Rexar. Reason why I'm having the Ahriman Death Touch, or kick, is because you got Death Touch 1. And then if the opponent wants to deal with the creature, they already spent Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum on here. Like, what are they going to do? Do it, cast another removal spell on something they already technically removed? Attack in. You don't think they're playing Ultima, do you? And they just need 2 white for Ultima? Vane's Treachery to give some Titan -2 or -6, -6 until end of turn. Now easy 1/1. How bad do I want Quistis dead? No. I think getting the Trampler down is way better. They have 2 cards left in their hand. They can flashback Dreams of Laguna. I have 2 lethal threats. One has Trample. They're flashing back Dreams of Laguna. They're digging. Five mana left? Into an Ahriman. Ahriman's Death Touch. They still have a stop with 2 mana up. Play the Heck Dice. Make him discard a card. What do you got going on in there? Show me. I hope it's important. Or maybe it's one more Dreams of Laguna. I don't know. It was a Relentless X ATM. Now, is there a second Vane's Treachery? Because currently, no matter how they block, they lose. Because Quistis could block Maliboro, sack Vane's Treachery, the T-Rexar. Go to damage. What do you got? One last card. Could be one last Vane's Treachery. You're not alone. Give that +2/+2 till end of turn. They're gonna take 2 trample damage. Alright, let's make it 3. Boop. There we go. That was a lot of effort for 1 win. I actually think exiling those 2 planes early on probably really boated them. Wonder how long they were holding on to that uncastable Noctis. Next game. Ooh, now that's an opening hand. We have all our colors. X-Death, Genova, Ahriman. We go first. Can keep this. And we just drew Zenos. Would love one more land, though. Ask and you shall receive. I'm fine playing out X-Death, because if X-Death dies, Vanille brings him back. And we gain 3 life. This is fake. White, white, black, and they did nothing. They gonna try to ultimate me? Fine. Genova. X-Death, welcome to Reunion. Oh, they summoned Garuda. X-Death will die. But like I said, we're cool with that. Zenos doesn't look great here. We'll just Vanille. Vanille some cards. Grab back X-Death. Genova. Now Vanille is a mutant. I was concerned they're going to try to slow play their hand into an Ultima. Oh, I'm a genius. You know what works really well with Zenos? Summons. Because they're going to die anyway. Oh, this would be glorious. Hello. I'm here for friendship. Oh, can I not? Wait, did not put a +1/+1 counter? Put a number of +1. Oh, Genoa has 0 power. I can't give it any counters. Right. Alright, end my turn. Primal Garuda. Final chapter. Boom! Shinryu! It's like you just handed it to me. Rawr! And if they killed that, I still have Genova. Yeah, they just spent 5 mana to kill Shinryu. Now what? Attack the Namazu Trader? You want to take 6 damage back? I have X-Death. Like, I can take some damage here. Is this a lockless deck? It was a lockless draft. Well, they sacrificed the treasure, so they're going to surveil too, so they're looking for more answers. Ditch away a Tonberry. Precious Wanderings. I could use Precious Wanderings on Genova, because then Genova can give 2 +1/+1 counters. Which would be silly. Yeah, we can meme a little bit. Why not? Tidus. Welcome to Reunion. You don't get Shinryu's ability. It's for commander and multiplayer games. The Crystal's Chosen. Yeah. Made many dudes. I don't think that changes a whole lot for me, though, does it? Got 3 cards in the graveyard for X-Death, so he's not quite trample ready. I think Malabaro would actually probably hit something relevant in their hand. Yeah, we'll combat. Send in Vanille. They just take the 6? I'll make you go to 1. They discarded Cloudbound Moogle, lost Orange Inspiration, and Castle Guard. Maybe they really want an Orange Inspiration? Hope your last card's Anima. Flash of Light, Vanille. Sure. They're down to 2 cards in their hand, and basically I'm just kind of baiting them out until I can cast an Ahriman, and then Ahriman can just start flying once. Second Slash of Light, Tidus. 1 card left in their hand, and it's a Plains. Okay. Second Malboro. Bad breath. Blah. Alright, that was fun. Woo! Did I have fun that match? No. Even though I did. No. That's a lesson. Don't smoke. I don't know why they took so much damage from Vanille. Like, at least chump block or something. Alright, we go first. Ooh, we have a Reno and Rude. Ooh. The blue land looks pretty bad here. If it was a green, this would be great. I'm still going to keep it because I hate mulliganing. But that is questionable. Magitech Infantry? Uh-oh. They might try to out-aggro me. They're blue-white. Okay, no, green and Rude are dead. We're in trouble. Can I get a green? Actually, Shinra Reinforcement works. That's a 2/3 and we gain some life. Mill Ahriman, Malaboro, and Genova. None of that is a forest, so cool. Dug deeper to a forest. So they can attack with Magitech Infantry, activate it to get another Magitech Infantry. Nope, it was Dragoon's Wyvern. So get their plans to fly in. Got the forest, it's just that easy. Ooh, kick that Wyvern. Probably not going to land cycle the Malboro. Oh, I've got my 5th land in hand. So 1 more means I can do that. Second Dragoon's Wyvern. Opponent missed a land drop, though. Oh, Zenos! Oh, no! That's so good. Fucking... Can I attack for 2? Eat shit! Friends! You have a 1/1. No! White Auracite! Zenos, no! That's fine. You know what it did? It just took out, like, a billion creatures. It's hard to get a better Zenos than that. And now they can't activate a Magitech Infantry, just in case that was an option. Rook turret. Probably worth an overkill. They seem to be doing the blue-white artifacts, and this could get a lot of cards. It also flies, so we'll try to take it out now. I don't have any ways in the deck to get Zenos back now. They require artifact destruction, which I have none of. Attack with Shinra Reinforcements. Get in for 2. And we know they missed land drops, so which means their last 2 cards is action, so Malboro hitting one of them looks pretty good here. It is Sage's Newliths. Alright, so not something great. But we managed to exile the other Magitech Infantry, Quistis, and Sid. Good hits. Combat tutorial. Yep, drop the cards. I think the opponent going Dragoon's Wyvern instead of activating Magitech Infantry was a mistake. Like, if you've got the infantry, I think you just kind of want to start getting that going while you can before the chain gets broken. Yep, bring the opponent to 6. Play the Heck dies and have them discard a card. What's the lore deal with Zenos? Basically, he's so mean and evil and no one likes him that when he finally meets the player and they fight, he finds fighting to be the only form of friendship he's ever understood. Oh, and we just drew a Tidus. Excellent. They have 3 white mana up, so it could be Fate of the Suncrist. But this is still worth just kind of swinging in because they don't have great blocks either way. Or it could just be a chump. They take 3. Yep, we'll play out Tidus. And we can use Tidus to start drawing cards. They go Dreams of Laguna. To land. And a scoop. Okay. Hell yeah. I think Zenos basically won us that game. It just took out so many of the opponent's creatures. 3-0! Yeah, 2s are sweating. 1 more win. Pay out to the believers. We go first. We have Hecdies, Titan, stuck in Summoner Sanctums, and good lands. Easy peasy. Start off with that town. And we just drew Genova. Get him, Hecdies. Hecdies on turn 2 is the least good because your opponent has just a handful of cards, so it's not difficult for them to discard something they really don't need. It's typically an extra land. Once in a while, that punishes them. Oh, they discarded the Prima Vista, so we're getting their blue-white artifacts. And then played Cargo Ship. Drew Malboro. I could see a world where I am supposed to Swamp Cycle Malboro, because that would guarantee my 5th land for Titan. Wow. Hecdies, getting for 1. You did it, buddy. Yeah, we'll leave up Stuck in Summoner Sanctum and Malboro. Maybe I'm supposed to stuck the Cargo Ship, because this does allow them to tap for artifacts. Or they need to land cycle. To play a Phoenix down? Our opponent can do a lot of nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I hit my 5th land for a Titan here. Summon Genova. Now, Hecdies is a 2/2. He's so much better. Ooh. I think it could be fun. Since Titan dies on his own, Genova can mutate Titan, so then when Titan goes away, I draw 8 cards. White Aura Sight, Genova. Sure. That's fine. I got my +1/+1 counter out of it. Hecdies is doing work. Titan. Milled 2 lands. Also milled Zenos and Overkill, but that's okay. We have Vanille to get back Zenos. I mean, we could also use Vanille to get back Titan. Oh, our hand looks really good. Outside of an... I mean, they could Ultima, but then that just leaves me with Genova. Yeah, this is black-green, splashing blue for Stuck in the Summoner's Sanctum, and Tidus, Xanarkin's Faith. Play another island. They're at 6 mana because of the White Aura Sight. Retrieve the Esper, make a 3/3. Sure. I wish I could Jin Nova into Titan. That would have been funny. You really like mousing over Titan? I mean, they're probably just trying to read what exactly Titan even does. Return all land cards from my battlefield tapped. That actually kind of makes X-Death a little weaker. Because X-Death needs lands in the graveyard, but that's fine. I am happy. Basically ramping up 2 lands. Yep, so we'll combat, attack for 7 trample damage. Get in for 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Summon the Ochu. And X-Death. So if we can get Titans Chapter 3, we can actually put that on Grand Pulse Ochu because he has Death Touch as well. So when he tramples, he only needs 1 damage to defeat a blocker, and then the rest tramples through. And if we draw 1 more land, we can also pay 8 mana to activate Grand Pulse Ochu to give him an extra +3/+3. You could also make them scoop. 4-0! Believers! Take some Gil. I think if you're going blue-white, I think you want to be way more aggressive than that. I think blue-white is meant to be aggro. I like the artifacts thing. And I like playing Edgar. But I think you want to be a blue-white beat ass with like white mages and dragoons. It's possible they had something for Titan, but it might have been like a Sleep Magic or Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, so it didn't really stop Titan. Alright, we go first. We have Zenos, Demon Wall, Chocobo Kick, and Vanille. That's fantastic. Easy keep here. Do 1 more land. Let's get down the Demon Wall. Dragoon's Lance. Ugh. I drew my second Chocobo Kick, so I am completely fine using 1 right now, just because that's going to get in for so much damage. Maybe there's a world where I shouldn't have done that and just waited for the Zenos, but we'll have to see what else they play. Paladin's Arms? Okay. That's good. X-Death actually works okay here. 3/3, gain some life. Gives us a block for the Paladin. Paladin's Arms have been a little bit better than I thought it would be, by the way. Second Dragoon's Lance. I knew it. Missed the land drop. Really? You're attacking? Yeah, I'll block. I'm at 23, dude. I don't think I want to play out Zenos yet. Awkwardly. Reason being, if they play any other creature, I can then play Zenos and then guarantee that thing dies. I think I'm fine just going Vanille. Just milling a couple cards and trying to grab something out of it. Which I guess will be Demon Wall. Yeah, opponent's kind of struggling on lands. Which is good news for us. They have 1 in a green available. I'm mousing over X-Death a lot. And they attack? I mean, I guess if they're not going to block, do you have something else to block with? Flash of Light, X Death. Like, that's it. Just a surprising attack when I gained life off of him already. I'm just gonna play a Demon Wall and pass. I'll still wait it out. Like, I'm so ahead on life. Summon Garuda. Oh, we can Zenos Garuda again! Yes! And now we wait. We also drew Titan, so if we can get another forest, we can tighten up. Really tighten up our gameplay, you know what I'm saying? Nothing loose. Okay, good jokes, Jared. Subscribe. They're also playing green-white, so it's actually going to be tougher for them to deal with Zenos. They could do like a kicked Choco Kick. That's going to slow down their lands. Battle menu, kill Zenos. Damn. And then Choco Kick the Demon Wall? That's not very exciting. That's all very good news for us. They just spent a lot of resources, and Zenos and the Garuda's about to go away the next turn. So we'll Shinra Reinforcements. Mill 3, gain 3 life. And then, since they've been listing land drops, playing Hektize here hits something important out of their hand. Dwarven Battle Guard? Delivery Moogle. It's a 3/2 flyer. You can find an artifact mana value 2 or less from their graveyard or their hand. They already played 2 Dragoon's Lances. Is there anything else they can get? Nope. And then we can Hektize the last card out of their hand. Which was Garnet? Guess we Choco Kick the Delivery Moogle just so that it doesn't get equipped up with Paladin's Arms and stuff. And if they start getting dead draws with lands, we can start getting in for damage. One more force lets us Titan. Oh, we drew Overkill. Okay. Now we're looking great. Plus an Ahriman. They go to 3. Yeah, better to leave up the Overkill. Okay. The opponent struggled on lands for sure. But we also forced them into awkward plays thanks to Zenos. Level up! There we go. Platinum tier 3. We are 5-0. Can we trophy with this deck? Is this a trophy deck? I've kind of enjoyed the Tidus in there. It's just such a good mana sink to draw cards. Opponent goes first. This is actually a really keepable hand. X-Depth, Genova, Titan, and T-Rexar. We only got 2 lands, but we can use Commune with Beavers to find our 3rd land. How would I rate this set so far, gameplay-wise? Fantastic. This has been a really fun set. Opponent mulligan down to 5. Let's go. We just found a Choco Kick. All right, we'll Commune with Beavers. Did not find a land. So we'll take the Malboro because we can cycle that away for our land. Which does sadly mean putting Zenos on the bottom. Prompto! Got Guado Salam. Now we'll play that out because we can just go on to Exta. What Final Fantasy game do you commune with Beavers? Final Fantasy 2. Another Guadosalam, but we will regular land into an X-Death, gain some life. Undo all the damage the opponent has done so far. They had a Lightning Bolt. Fair. We still gained the life. Prompto just beating us with the camera. Play Grand Pulse Pochu. And a land. And then we'll pass. Thunder Magic Grand Pulse Pochu. Yeah. I think this is a blue-red spells deck, not a red-white aggro. I think now I am going to Swamp Cycle the Malboro. Because Swamp Titan. Lightning Bolt that, you prick. Wow, we milled 4 lands. Man. Oh, do I do the Genova thing? I could. They're stuck on 2 lands. Let's meme, dude. Genova. Here you go, Titan. Now you're an 8/8. They scooped. Oh, opponent. But think of all the cards I would have had in my hand. Yeah. I mean, they had a mulligan down to 5, then they got stuck on 2. Like, you know, that sucks. They were doing work. Like, they were taking out everything I was playing, and they got damage in. Okay. New prediction. Will this deck get a trophy? And if it does, is it going to be a 7-0, a 7-1, a 7-2, or a 6-3? Now, chat, YouTube, you can predict at home as well. Will the deck trophy, but also how many wins will it take? Will any losses accrue? Not so easy to guess now, is it? Yeah. I see there's at least one 6-3 non-believer. You know what? I get it. It's a 322 to pay one payout. I get it. All right. Trophy deck? So it's either use Zenos to make their summons die and then get Shinryu, or use Genova on my summons, so when they die, I draw a billion cards. Wee. Do I need Fat Chocobo in this deck? They did draft one. Would it be better than... And I could see a world where we play Fat Chocobo over Tidus, but... I want to try special cards. We are wee, but our opponents are woo. Alright. Another good match. Oh, versus a Mythic player, so it might be. Reno and Rude, Ariman, Shin Reinforcements. Well. Excuse me. Drawing one more land would be excellent, and if for some reason we miss, we can cycle away the T-Rexar, which does give us another forest for Titan, but we'll get Reno and Rude down. Versus a black-red opponent. Playing Garland. Yep. No land, but we did get Tidus. Yeah, we'll keep Reno and Rude back to block here. Garland just better than them. If they did not play anything, they would absolutely get in for aggressive damage. You know, force him to play like a suplex or something. Waste a removal spell on Reno and Rude. Because Shinra Reinforcements is going to gain us life and block Garland. Yep, we're actually going to cycle away the T-Rexars, because a second force for Titan sounds good. Opponent did miss a land drop. Yep, mill 3. That is 3 lands. There's at least 3 lands for Titan. Mysidian Elder. Yep, so they're doing black-red wizards things. Overkill. Go Tidus, leave up a Malaboro cycle. Suplex Tidus. Good. Keep using your spells. We still have blocks. Into a red mage. They're getting a lot of... excuse me. They are getting a lot of surveils off Garland. They kept on top. There's no attacks there. You know, swap out Garland. Garland's drawing them too many cards. Now, hopefully, since they already used up a couple of their suplexes, they don't have a Sephiroth's intervention or a overkill. So, please let this stick. He's swinging with everyone, no blocks. They play another warrior sword. Continue 2 more times. Or only one, sorry. They got one black mage, and then Garland keeps surveilling. Oh, we just drew Zenos. Oh! That's so good. I'll attack in for 9. Yep. Play Zenos, kill everything except your red mage. How many lands did we get off Titan, by the way? That was like 6, right? Like, that was an insane amount of lands. Yeah, I should have targeted Mysidian Elder so Red Mage died as well. Bane's Treachery to kill Zenos. Yeah, back to 3. Ahriman, we have Stuck in Summoner Sanctum and Overkill available. Yeah, 1/1 would have died. That was a mistake. For some reason in my head, like, Mysidian Elder was just like a non-factor. Into a Kuja? That's gonna die before you do anything. Well, one more land's not particularly exciting, but we'll get in for 2. Choco Comet? Damn it. Okay. Now trouble. Ooh, how are we flooding when there's so many lands out? I have 12, 13 of my lands, and I'm still drawing them? Yeah, that sounds like me. Incredibly awkwardly. We actually have to put down the white mage. Just because if they had 2 spells and I tapped this, this would kill me. Gilgamesh! In your black-red deck? Don't worry, chat. Still drew a land. 14 of my 17 lands. Don't worry. I got him. That's the streamer you know, right? Alright, that's okay. Taking out the red mage certainly would have helped. That was a whoopsie doodle. Honestly, I think if anything, that was probably what lost me the game. Alright, opponent goes first. Oh, this is so close to being good. A single green, or even Balam T-Rexar to get the green, would make this great, but we got a mulligan. Better. Keep this. Ditch the Summoner's Sanctum, just keep the creatures. Alright. Drew a Hectize. They go Resentful Revelation. Looks like another black-red Black Mage deck. Malboro. I'm going to save the Hectize for later, so let's get the Ochu down. Ah. I see you Ariman, and I raise you my Ariman. Should have attacked first. I don't know why I played out my creature, because if they traded, then I can play Ariman later. Second Resentful Revelation. Opponent may be desperate for lands. Oh, I just put 2 of them in the graveyard, so I don't know anymore. Not dead Thunder Magic. That's fine. Ooh, I only have 1 black. Begin with Ochu, we'll play Reno and Rude. And then in the island, because next turn I can play Hectize, get in with Reno and Rude, sacrifice Hectize to play their card. Promise fulfilled. Top 3 cards. Third Resentful Revelation? My god, opponent. Might have gone a little heavy on those. Vane's Treachery. Sure. Ugh. Alright, let's land cycle 1 of the Malburels, so keep the other. Gain for 1. Go Shimmer Reinforcements, gain some life. Mill 2 more lands and an overkill. I don't know what they just learned, but they are resenting it. There should have been a card that featuring Sephiroth that was just called Yeet Materia. Oh, it's Clive! They chose not to discard. Nice drew Zenos. Well, transformed Clive would be pretty bad. I'm gonna go Hectize, because they got cards in their hand that they like. I'm gonna force them to discard it, because they did not use Clive's ability to refresh their hand. There's a Sephiroth's Intervention. Do I have anything else that stops Clive right now? Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Did I put that on the bottom? No, I shuffled it. Chocobo Kick on Grand Pulse Ochu. mean, he's gonna transform. Become Ifrit. And then punch what? Shinra reinforcements? It's not like Ifrit can attack. I still have this Ochu. Yep. Same plan. Go Malboro. Whatever you have in your hand. Get it. Laughing Mad? Exiled 3 cards. Queen Brawn and 2 lands. They did do a lot of Resentful Revelations, so they're down to 12 cards left in their deck. Oh, Kuja. Yeah, Kuja would do it. I can slow Kuja down a lot. Lightning Bolt to Ochu. Yep. When that creature leaves the battlefield? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can turn Zenos into Shinryu off of Ifrit. That is hilarious. Because Ifrit has to exile in order to transform. It's not when they die, it's when they exile. So... I mean, granted... I don't think this is good. Do I attack a Malboro here? They have to wait a turn to punch Shinryu. Because when Clive comes back, he's going to be Summoning Sickness. I'm going to try attacking for 4. Play the land because we have Tidus. Play Zenos to kill Ahriman. I choose Ifrit. What do you want, a Laughing Mad? Yep, Ifrit leaves. I get Shinryu. Clive's got Summoning Sickness. Oh, they had Thunder Magic. Damn it. We almost got to do the Shinryu thing again. Alright, now we're in trouble. That's a 4th Resentful Revelation. They just put 2 Poison Waters in the graveyard. Green Brawn. So, like, at this point, their plan is just what? Ifrit Punch? Ectize, have you discard 1 more card? There's a second Kuja. Jesus. And I already had I had to cycle away all my Malboros. Or, no, I only did 1? No, he's right there, idiot. Yeah. Like, if I could second Malboro, just to take out the last couple cards in their deck. If an opponent was really spicy, they'd play, they'd play an Elixir. They Laughing Mad. Yeah. You chose to lose? I pass. What? No attacks. What? Did they... What do you mean? What do you mean? Were they playing on mobile and couldn't count? Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow button for more top tier Magic the Gathering gameplay filled with skill, such as this. That's why we got a trophy. I earned this. Yeah, big reminder that I was a top 30 Arena Championship player. You're welcome. There you go, YouTube. Skill, and I won't hear anything otherwise. This is a really fun deck. Tidus was alright. Worth the splash? Debatable. It was kind of fun to do. I actually do think bringing in something like a Gigantoad or even the other Fat Chocobo probably would have given the deck just a little bit more punching power, especially if we have like Genova pumping things up. But I want to try the Tidus, and you know what? That was kind of enjoyable. So yeah, this is certainly one card I would take out. Reno on Rude was weirdly aggressive. We never got to have Reno and Rude out with Hectize to sacrifice Hectize to Reno and Rude to play their cards. But that's okay. I don't think we had enough towns for Omega, but I don't know, games kept going pretty late. Maybe we could have Omega'd. Zodiac is not very good. Yeah, maybe there's a world where Reno and Rude came out and we played the Undercity Dire Rat, because if that dies, we get the treasure for some of our thick boys. But other than that, that was a fun draft. Well, there you go, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know. Leave a like, comment down below, and all that. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.